Yo, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video. Gonna be going over, yes, a free game that's available right now on Steam. We haven't had that many free games available recently, but we've got one available on Steam right now. It's a game that's been free in the past, but for those of you guys that haven't checked it out, it's a game that's gotten a very positive reception and just about any PC can run it, even your potato can run it, so no reason not to check it out. I also want to take a look at what is probably the biggest flop of the year on Steam. There is a game that possibly has the lowest Steam reception based on user reviews that I've ever seen. It's probably not the lowest since I haven't scrounged out the depths of Steam, but it was actually a game that had some attention surrounding it, and turns out it's pretty evident that it's just a quick cash grab, and the concurrent player base kind of goes to show that. Also want to take a look at some improvements coming to the Steam blog. That is coming from an official Steam community post. There are improvements coming to the upcoming section on Steam, which is great because this will help you guys whittle through the games that you want and the games that have no interest to you. And the upcoming section was actually a section that really needed some work. And I'll be rounding the video out by talking about a free-to-play RPG coming to PC very soon. And it's a game that looks pretty cool to me. I typically don't talk about all of these free-to-play games, but this is one that has actually captured my interest. So more on that at the end of this video. First, let's talk about the free game. You can get a free copy of Hacknet right now on Steam. It is free until July 14th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. Now, this is a game that I personally haven't played, but I've just heard great things about it. The description of the game is this. Hacknet is an immersive terminal-based hacking simulator for PC. Dive down a rabbit hole as you follow the instructions of a recently deceased hacker whose death may not have been the accident the media reports. A hacker responsible for creating the most invasive security system on the planet is dead. When he fails to reconnect his system for 14 days, his failsafe kicks in, sending instructions and automated emails to a lone user. As that user, it's up to you to unravel the mystery and ensure that Hacknet OS doesn't fall into the wrong hands. Based on a little over 10,000 user reviews, it's got a 93% positive reception, which is very good, and right away by looking at the game, you can tell that you can run this game on absolutely anything. The system requirements are a 2 GHz CPU, 512 MB of RAM, 500 MB of storage space, OpenGL3 graphics, like literally anything. If you have an old laptop, you can run this game. Typically goes for $9.99, but you get it absolutely free right now. Moving on from that, of course, how would this video be complete if we didn't talk a little bit about Battle Royale? And the newest Battle Royale title in The Culling 2 has been released, and this was a game that actually had some attention surrounding it. It was a Battle Royale title, it was having a cross-platform release on the same day, and just on the basis of it being a Battle Royale title, you would think that it would have some attention. Well, the Steam reviews, which there are only 149 of them, have it labeled as very negative at 12% positive. That is absolutely insane. I think that's the lowest I've ever seen. Usually you'll see at least 30%, but 12%? Jesus, that is absolutely horrible. The game's $19.99 as well, so it's not like this is a low investment game. $19.99 is pretty expensive, and if you check out the concurrent player base, we're talking about 40 people playing at peak times. That is absolutely crazy. The Culling 2's all-time peak was 250 players. I'm sure games have bombed as hard as The Culling 2 has, but I don't remember the last time a game was just panned so hard. It's failed from a commercial standpoint, a critical standpoint. From what I've seen, the game looks pretty broken, and if you go down and actually look at the Steam reviews, it's just thumbs down after thumbs down after thumbs down, and yeah, that's pretty sad. Thank God for Steam refunds, because if Steam refunds didn't exist and this game was released, it would have been even more of a train wreck. People getting gypped $19.99, that would have been horrible, but now, bad games being released, yes, it sucks, but it's not as big of an impact to the player base because we can always refund these games because of how bad they are. But like I said, I haven't seen negative reception in quite a while like I've seen for The Culling 2. Now, it seems like the negative reception is in a contained environment. It's not like an EA game where the negative reception is all over Twitter, all over Reddit. The people that know about The Culling 2 are absolutely bashing it, but it's not like that many people know about it. It's not like so many people are talking about it, but in terms of that contained environment and in terms of people being so negative towards the game, I just don't remember the last time it was as bad as The Culling 2. Alright, so enough about that game. Let's talk about the improvements that are coming to the upcoming tab on Steam. Steam. There's a Steam blog post that I'll leave in the description box down below. You can have a read for it yourself, but here's a small snippet from the first 2 paragraphs. In the past, the Steam homepage included an upcoming tab that showed customers a complete list of everything that was coming to Steam. This was a pretty simple feature. It was literally just a chronological list of upcoming titles. It didn't do anything to build a list of games suited to anyone's interest and just wasn't doing its job. Hundreds of new games are coming to Steam every month, but customers weren't using this list to find new things to play. It was a feature that needed work. Therefore, as of today, the upcoming tab will be smarter, more tailored list called Popular Upcoming. This list will take into account the pre-release interest in a game. That is to say, data we gather through wishlists, pre-purchases, and a developer's or publisher's past titles. We believe Steam does a good job of taking early customer interest, even if that interest isn't enormous, and helps a game amplify that interest through connection to quality customers. This smarter list on the front page aims to do just that. The blog post continues on by doing that, but I've always thought the upcoming tab on Steam was something that needed work. There are just so many games, and you'll see like a lot of these anime visual novels get cluttered in there, and probably 97% of the Steam user base does not care about games like that. I know I've touted for games like Danganronpa, but we're talking about games in the next stratosphere that absolutely don't cater towards gamers at all, at least the majority of gamers. If there's a way you could tailor those games to appearing to the people that care about it, a small minority of the audience, tailor the games that the majority of the audience will cater, or just go person by person and actually promote games to them that they will enjoy, that is how these games are gonna do the best commercially, especially as it even says in the blog post, Steam's releasing hundreds of games every month. These games get lost in the shuffle, and not everybody is like me where they stay super in tune to everything that's being released on Steam, always goes through all of the games. First of all, people don't have time for that, and people shouldn't have to do that. If a process of buying games is to actually finding the games, that is bad. The seller should mitigate that process as best as they could, and it's good to see that Steam is actually moving in that direction. Now, I'm probably the only one out of my entire audience that really cares about these little tweaks that Steam does, but I appreciate it because it's making the overall experience better. All of these little improvements add up. Whether it be the promotion, whether it be inclusion of little things, all of these things come together and make Steam a better platform. And at the end of the day, a better, more intuitive platform means more sales for the developers, and at the end of that, that means the developers will have more money, and that means more games. All of these things are interconnected, and I can see the bigger picture. I know some of you guys don't get that, or you don't even care about that, but it does all work together, and that end result is actually something that the majority of gamers and people on Steam do care about. Alright, so like I said, the entire blog post will be in the description box down below, so you can have a read for that yourself. And finally, a brand new free-to-play RPG in Brig 12 has been announced for PC by Trega Entertainment. I'm not one to always talk about free-to-play games, but some of you guys might know that Hearthstone is one of my most played games. Not much so recently, but every now and again, that is a game I'll get absolutely absorbed into for a month or two, and we're talking I'll be playing it for hundreds of hours over that course of a month or two. And of course, I did play League of Legends for a very long time. I haven't played League consistently in years, however. But enough about me, let's talk about Brig 12, a new free-to-play game, and it's a free-to-play sci-fi RPG that tries to combine a collectible card game and turn-based game mechanics. Here's the studio's official post regarding the announcement of Brig 12. As a new studio, we're excited to announce our first game, Brig 12. This is the first of what we expect to be many games from Trega Entertainment. We've been assembling our team quickly over the past 2 years, and I'm really proud of how we have come together to build this game. Brig 12 embodies the principle we want in all of our games. We want to let the player decide how to play. We think we've created a unique combination of some genres we love, and we're excited about this launch as the stepping stone to future launches for our studio. So for the studio, it doesn't seem like all of their eggs are in the Brig 12 basket, but as far as presentation and the elements in this game, it actually looks rather interesting to me. It has an extensive character creator, party creating, and several classes, so it looks like there's some depth to the gameplay, and I like the more cartoony art style, so I wanted to give that game a mention as well. That is going to conclude this video, guys. A lot to go over. Hacknet is available absolutely free on Steam. The Calling 2 is one of the biggest bombs I've seen on Steam and one of the biggest flops. Better news is that Steam is updating their upcoming section, and it's going to be tailored more so to the individual gamer. And let me know if you have any interest in the free-to-play RPG Brig 12. And by the way, that game will be releasing in August, so it's right around the corner. They just said sometime in August, so no official date. So stay tuned for that. That's going to wrap this one up, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you guys have a request for a future video, you can leave that in the comments as well, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.